Welcome back everybody to part 2 of the In My Garage series where we're making the best Canon G7X Mark II that we can. Last time in part 1 we put a dead cat on the top of it, and this time we are going to put a Lensmate on the front of it. And if you don't know, if you have this camera and you don't know, after prolonged use it has a tendency to, when you turn it on, right here in the main lens, it'll start collecting dust. Now, there has been a solution found that you can take it all the way out here to max, focus, or telescopic, zoom, sorry. And then people take out the battery, which is almost what we're going to do today. We're going to take this out and bam, it is locked in this position. Now, where most people at this point, they say, oh boy, we're hosed because there's dirt or something behind this lens. They run it out to full extension, they wiggle this off, they take it off, they have to be careful. All the splines that are in there for the lens cover have to stay in the perfect order. It's ridiculous. And then they actually drill through the lens itself and use a Q-tip to get in behind there, and that's how they clean it. Now, I'm trying to avoid that altogether, 100%. What I want to do is take this Lensmate. Let's see if I can get my lights to focus on that. Hopefully. There you go, a little bit. Alright, anyway, enough of that. Lensmate. What this is going to do is this guy. We're going to open this guy up. Looks like we have a lens cap in here. And then this, from what I understand, is called Part 1 and Part 2. Part 1 being this small inner ring. Part 2 being this larger outer ring. Now, what this larger outer ring is going to do is it has a cut in the back to where once we attach this Part 1 to the camera, we can link these together. And what will that give us the ability to do? Well, take a 52mm CPL filter here and run that down on there, and bam! That is going to be on the front of our G7X. And what's that going to do, I'm outside, I'm in bright daylight. Oh boy. Oh, sunglasses for the camera. Sunglasses for the camera. I think it looks great, It definitely, helps the feel. And you can also get clear ones. I have a clear one on this camera right now that I will probably remove, and, on cloudy days, I'll move it to this camera, and if I ever get better lighting, I'll probably move this lens to that camera. But either way, it's good to have a good selection of filters. I have, from a few years back, I think I have two of these. Two of these newer, I believe that's how you say it, and what it is, just a bunch of little, they're filters in here as well. That's a lens cap. Let's see. ND filter. What is that? An ND2. And there's some super dark ones here. Like that's a ND8 right there. And I think I picked up both these for like $15. I mean, trust me, I know you get what you pay for when it comes to glass. I understand that. There's probably way better quality, but then again, we're not Hollywood and not high class enough to be rocking high glass or high class glass yet. So one of these days, maybe. Now, how are we going to do this? All right. Here in a minute, I'm going to make a stop. We're going to reposition the camera. We're going to get in real close on this, and we'll show you what we're going to do to attach this Lensmate to the camera. It's extremely easy, not difficult at all. Won't take but a couple of minutes, but let's go down and get in close and try to figure out the best way to do this at this point. Alright, we've cranked up the light a little. Like I said, we got to this position right here because we fully zoomed our camera and then we instantly just stopped it, did not even turn it off. Just opened it up, took out the battery, leaves it all as is perfectly the way we want it. This is our part 2. This is our part 1. This is what matters here. And then there's our filter that will go on next. So let's go ahead, and from what I've read is you want to go ahead and have these two attached. So you're going to keep these paired up. You know, there's my lens and my cover, and we're going to take this on and off every time. But how are we going to do it? Easy. This has some nice sticky on the back of it right here. We're going to line this up the best we can. I figure, you know, somewhere around there. There's not a true method to this madness, so we got to be careful. You know, you don't want to get down pressing too far. Here, let me see if I can do it. You know, you want to get this thing centered on here as best you can. And I'm going to try my best to get that done. And then when that's it, that should be it. I mean, there's not much to this at all. Okay, we have removed our sticky back. Now we're coming up on moments of truth. We're just going to be very careful. Trying to get this as straight as possible. I really do. I really want to get this done the right way. I want to make sure it looks good. And I don't want to mess up the camera. I think that looks solid right there. Now you want to be careful right here. I mean, obviously everybody's, oh, you want to press hard. Well, you got this lens fully extended. You want to be really careful. You know, solid pressure goes one way. Speaking of which, there's a little bit of dust right there on that lens as we speak. Now, okay, we've got this on here. Here comes the magic. Let's see. We gotta find out where's our holes line up. Oh snap. Bam. Done. Alright. Here's the true moment of truth. Will it close? And this is it. Here we go. You're getting to see it just right along with me. Did I do this? Will it close all the way? Let's test it. Cool. Alright, let's turn it off. Ho ho ho, it cycles all the way down. Now look, it did add some thickness. It did. But check this. What you can also do. Oh, my nice Canon lens cap from my M3 now fits on my G7X. And when I'm done with it, I don't take the filter off. I just give it a good old twist. Take these apart. Set those down to the side. That's the part 2, the filter, and the lens cap all on one. There's that. That's the way it looks. So now, at any point in time, oh, I want to go out. It's bright and sunny outside. And we are set. You now have your lens protected. You now have the wind will be knocked down by the dead cat itself. And you still have a great, wonderful Canon picture that will sound wonderful in your vlogs. It will look wonderful in their vlogs. And that there is the G7X all made up into the perfect vlog machine as it will be. You know, I'd love to get a Mark III, but I tell you, the Mark II, you know it's going to work. It's like one of those things where, you know, sometimes newer isn't always better. Alright, let's go back up top and we'll talk about both these add-ons and how tough they were to set up and what are the added benefits of this. Let's go. And we're back into regular stand-up. So, okay, here we go. This is our wonderful camera. We've done these two things to it. Once again, we can take this 52 millimeter ND filter. We can put those on there. We can take that off. We know it has a two-pronged effect. Not only does it give us a nice ND filter, and note, the G7X Mark II does have built-in ND filters, but if you have this on, it's one less thing to worry about. You don't have to worry about walking around, oh, did I hit my, I have mine set to my function button on the back. That's my ND filter on off sometimes when I'm using it. And I will admit there's times I get caught up in a moment. I'm like, oh, I'll do this, and then I'll look at it and I'm just totally washed out because I didn't have the ND filter turned on. So if you know you're going to be outside, you can, as the day goes on, you can have your ND filter with you. You can remove it if you go inside. You can put it on, but it's a physical item that you can remember, and I don't know. It makes it a little easier for me. And not to mention that dead cat. That was just so cake to do. You find, yes, a piece. It doesn't have to be an old dead cat. You can go to, nowadays you're going to look on Amazon. You're not going to go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's for a little bit, but look on Amazon, find you a piece of material, find you an old dead cat on eBay for like 99 cents. I swear, the one I got could probably make 100 dead cats this size, and I paid $2.99 or something like that off eBay, so it's worth it. If this is something you really want, I'd pay $2.99 for a kit. You're gonna pay a couple of bucks for that, and then you're gonna get $3 or $4 for your Scotch squares, and that'll finish up the job on the dead cat. So, with that being said, let's wrap up part 2 of the G7X Made for Vlogging video series. Thanks for joining me in my garage, and I hope to see you next time as we come on other adventures and talk about other topics. So, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.